of gardening, which I'm definitely no expert at, is bonsai. Wow, I am fascinated by the incredible world that people get enchanted with, and I can see exactly why they do. I mean, look at this baby. This is a procumbens nana. It's over 25 years old. Look at the beautiful shape, the time, attention, and detail that's gone into it. What I do also know that the art of bonsais has been around for hundreds and thousands of years. It has a deeper meaning than simply just keeping a plant in a pot. But I don't know too much about that. What I do know is that many people kill bonsais. They go through very slow, dreadful, lingering deaths, and there is no need for that. Simply a couple of rules, learn them well, treat the plants well, and they will proliferate. They will do incredibly well. But to find out a bit more about that, we're meeting with Lynn from Misty Moon Bonsai, who is going to reveal all there is to know about keeping the basics of bonsai.
I think what makes bonsai so special is bonsai has a presence. When you see a bonsai, it speaks to you of tranquility, of inner peace, of zen. And I think that is very alluring for a lot of people in our hurried world today. We try and mimic nature in bonsai. And there are certain guidelines set out by the Japanese, who set these guidelines out for the Westerners who really were flabbergasted when they first saw bonsai. So they're guidelines and they're styles that we work according to. They do that in Japan as well. That is what makes a bonsai look like a bonsai, is the guidelines we follow. The common myth about bonsais is that they can be kept indoors. That is definitely a no-no. A tree needs UV light. UV light is what makes a tree grow. It creates photosynthesis, it creates root growth. The moment you put it indoors, it doesn't get that. So if you're keeping a bonsai indoors, you're slowly killing it. There are lots of plants on the market at the moment that people are being told they can keep them indoors. Yeah, for a very short period of time they can, but they do need to get outside. And you can't just take it from indoors and put it out into full sun first time around. They have to be acclimatized slowly, but they need sunshine, at least 4 hours a day in the morning. I use 3 basic tools, and I reckon everybody can get away with those 3 basic tools to begin with. We have a twig shear, which is used predominantly for twigs and leaf pruning. And then we have a branch cutter, which is for something thicker. You get different size tools. These are for small branches. And then this is a very handy tool for weeding. It's a tweezer rake. The tweezer I use a lot for pulling out weeds by the roots. And the rake you can use for removing soil from the roots when you're repotting. So that is a very handy little tool. To me, those are the basics that you start with. I would look at wiring once I've understood the basic styling in bonsai, because you're not going to find a plant in a nursery that looks like a bonsai, so you would then have to wire it into the shape required, unless you're going to buy one that is already styled, which is a very good learning curve for you. And yeah, you can start wiring as soon as you feel confident and that you've been taught how to wire, because there are guidelines for wiring as well that need to be learnt, and that takes practice, and I'm still learning after 45 years. I think one should look at fertilizing down the line after having your tree for about 2 months or so. Watering every day, it's going to need fertilizing because you are watering out the nutrients on a regular basis. So fertilizing, be careful. You can buy any fertilizers from a garden center, common fertilizers. Just follow the instructions on the bottle, because you don't want to kill your tree with too much fertilizer. It's usually a weekly fertilizer, so it's making your fertilizer weak and you can fertilize every week. But don't ever do too much fertilizer. It will kill your tree. Oh, I think youngsters, anybody, if they want to start bonsai and they're serious about bonsai, then club level, joining a club is definitely a must. You learn so much, you socialize with like-minded people. Everybody has got something to teach. My 3 top tips would be: keep your tree outside in sunshine. Make sure it never dries out, it gets watered regularly, and give it lots of love. The pruning and the repotting comes later. Keep it alive.